we've just survived our 8th winter in a van. 8 winters. Frank and I have just had one of the nicest weeks. A very, very needed week after this past winter. So, when we started living in a van, we handed in the keys to our last apartment in January, but we had started a few weeks earlier living in the van. And I thought this was great at the time because winter is the hardest time to be living in a van. So we just kind of got that steep learning curve over with right away. And then really enjoyed the summer after, although that summer we weren't in a van, but that's another story. We were in a tent. So we've just survived our 8th winter in a van. 8 winters with no heat. And we've only left Canada a couple times. And when we do, we go cold places because I like to be quiet places. So quiet places in the winter are usually cold. Anyways, so we survived our 8th winter, and I got a jump on spring as early as I could, going to the Gulf Islands for a while. And then as soon as it was warm enough, we headed over to the west coast of the island, which I love. I have spent a lot of time there, a lot of time there. I have a lot of memories there. So it was just such a nice week to slow down, to be still, to take it all in, enjoy the animals, and just enjoy a casual beach life, listening to the waves, just stretching, enjoying slow mornings at the van, stretching and eating good food, and just generally just unwinding, just letting our body relax after such a hard winter. I had 2 breakdowns this winter. First time I got towed back to my parents. I wasn't too far away, so I got towed back to my parents, and I managed to diagnose and fix it myself. I had just blown the distributor cap and rotor, so it wasn't a big deal. I did a full tune-up, and then I headed out west to look after a bunch of medical stuff, because that was another thing going on this winter, was a lot of pain and just unpleasant medical stuff. So then I broke down there. That was the fuel pump, and I had 120 liters of gas in the tank, so I actually paid to get someone to do that. And then as soon as that was fixed, I had a mold outbreak. So that was really fun. It was just such a winter. And so this week that we had at the beach was just such a blessing. And I just realized I have coffee stains on my nose. That's what happens when you drink out of a cup like this with the little breather hole and you have a big nose, is that you get coffee on your nose. Anyways. Yeah, so here's our week we had. It was beautiful, and it was so rejuvenating, and I just feel so good. So here you go. Yes, nice, Frank. Did you do a downward dog with me? Did you? Doesn't that feel good? Do you want to go to the beach, Frank? Should we go? Oh my God, let me finish my coffee. Alright, let's go, let's go. This is solid rubber. It's kind of heavy, so might be a bit of an effort to get up the hill. It's huge. It's so heavy. By the time I got this heavy hunk of rubber up from the beach, I was pretty hungry, so we just had lunch and then chilled out in the parking lot for a while, waited for the crowds to dissipate before heading back down to the beach for the evening. So we were just chilling on the beach, and then there was this dog that just came into the shot like a professional. Like he knew what he was doing. He was so majestical. He just posed and looked so pretty. Then you compare him to Frank, who decided the best thing about the beach this day was this hunk of sea trash and playing fetch with it and chewing on it. But I mean, he's so cute, and he had the best time, and people thought it was pretty entertaining that he just carried this buoy back and forth across the beach. So, you know, if he's happy, I'm happy. the first few days of our time at the beach, the weather was pretty good, but not perfect. And then we got to Sombrio Beach, which is my absolute favorite beach on probably the whole of Vancouver Island. And it has one of my favorite waterfalls and my favorite boulder, and just like so many precious memories there, hanging out there and camping there, and memories with friends. So it was really good to be back, and we got there and the weather just kind of cleared up and was perfect for the next few days while we were there. So the first day, Frank was pretty tired, so we spent the morning together at the beach, and then he, after lunch, which I made with nettles that I foraged, it was so good. So he spent the evening snoozing in the van, and I went down and played on the boulder and just watched sunset by myself, which was, it was different. He's with me almost 100% of the time, so it was a little weird, but it was nice to have a little bit of just me time. The weather actually ended up being so nice that I decided that we would just camp on the beach for a couple nights. So I packed up everything, including a few blankets and my journal and just like an actual AeroPress. Basically everything I wanted, I just loaded into my backpack and strapped on the outside and carried it down there. And we had a really nice time camping. And Frank loved it. He loved just laying in the sun and playing with the buoy. So that was great. It was so nice. And I love having the time to just be still, and then the animals just come close and just do their thing. So it was really nice watching them. The marten was a major highlight of this trip. He was just so cute. Stay. No. And then also I mentioned my favorite boulder anywhere is on this beach, and it's not hard. There's a lot of jugs, a lot of big, easy holds. And that's what I love about it, because I can just play and stretch out and relax. It's exactly what my body needs. So I spend a lot of time doing that, but mostly just chilling. Hey now, hey now. Yeah. The sunsets at Sombrio are so nice. It's one of my favorite places to watch the sunset. I swear this beach is just my favorite for everything. So it's no wonder I spent 5 days there. But yeah, so the last night camping, I built a fire pit and had a really nice fire. So that's where I'll leave you with this story. It's just some time relaxing by the fire. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for actually watching this far. That's really, really cool. So yeah, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and there'll be more to come.